this next lesson, we'll learn how to go from standing still or marking time to a forward march. Now we choose to use a very straight leg technique. The style choices you make are not nearly as important as the detail with which you teach those style choices. So watch what we're teaching right now, and whatever your style is, make sure you're teaching it with the same amount of detail. All right guys, can you face this end zone please? We're going to start with our point exercise, and this one's going to start with parallel feet. So everybody put your feet in parallel, get your absolute best posture and your fake horns up. Now what we want to do on this point exercise is we're going to work on timing in the feet, we're going to work on balance, and we're going to work on developing some small muscle groups. So everybody point your laces way far forward and point your toe in front of you. Reach, reach, reach. Now don't put any weight on that. We're going to start with the left foot, not the right foot, and pull it back in. Now let's try to do that together. I'm going to give you 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7, move, hit. And you're going to say move, hit. Okay, try that with me. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7, move, hit. Now everybody lift your toe up into the air and see how high you can go without actually affecting your posture negatively. Have a great pointed toe, try not to lean back, and just practice slowly lifting that toe up in the air and back down while keeping your balance. And bring it back in.
Look at my feet again.
Okay, look at my feet real quick. We're going to go and touch, 2, lift, 2, hold, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 touch, in. And that touch in is nice and smooth. Practice that on your own once. Now I'm already seeing lots of individuals whose middle sections cave in on this. Let's stay nice and tall, long and lifted spine. Here we go with me. Fake horns are up. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Move, hit, 2, lift, 2, hold, 2, 3, 4, and down, 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 touch, in. So let's do the vocal. I think it's really important to do vocals as we do marching fundamentals. That way we're getting on the same page mentally too. So we say move, hit. Say that. Hit. Lift, 2. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 touch, in. 6, and 5, 6, 7. Now we switch to the other side. Move, touch, 2, lift, 2, hold, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 touch, in. Other side. Touch, lift, and hold. And down, 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 touch, in. Let's get it smooth it out. Touch, lift, and hold. Down, 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 touch, in. And then shake it out. Shake it out. So guys, the key to this exercise is to really get your timing correct on the first part of it, have great balance on the second part, and then smoothly shift your weight from the left to the right as we do that exercise. Okay? Okay, let's run it one more time with Dr. Beat. Once on the left and once on the right. 6, and 5, 6, 7. Move, hit, 2, lift, 2, hold, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, touch, in. Lift up tall, touch, lift, and hold. Down, 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 halt right there. Shake it out. Everybody move your feet, bend down a little bit, shake it out. All right, this next exercise is awesome. It's called 50-50. We're going to learn how to move our weight from our dot off of our position and move it forward. So there's 3 parts to forward 50-50. And this is a teaching progression that's going to take you from standing still to moving your weight into the first step. So everybody point your toe, point your left toe. That's going to be the first part. And everybody say timing. Timing is the most important part of the first part of 50-50. So you're going to go like this. You're going to make this vocal. Can you say that with me? Good. So we're going to go, and on the long TS sound, we're going to start to move, and then on the short T sound, we're going to stop. move, hit. Here we go. Let's try that part. Horns up. And 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Very good. Check the length of your toe. We want laces up here. Long, lifted. Some of you guys are leaning your heads forward. Lift up tall. Relax your shoulders and bring it back in. Now let's go and out and in. Here we go. And 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Move out, 2, 3, move in. Excellent. Now look here. We're going to look at my feet. The next part of 50-50, we're actually going to press through the ball of the right foot. And we're going to still point our left toe like we just did, but we're going to push ourselves forward and we're going to move forward off our dot. Now if I were to take just like a quarter of a step, my hips would still be between my two ankle bones. So no matter how big your step is, the reason this exercise is called 50-50 is because your hips are always halfway in between your back ankle bone and your front ankle bone. Everybody try that on your own. Push forward to the platform all at once. Go ahead. Now we want to take about a 22.5-inch step, so build up to that. And bring it back. Now, what I'm seeing from a lot of you guys is leaning forward into it. Everybody do that once. Lean forward and fall into the step. Okay, now try it the opposite of that. Actually lean back and like you're testing the waters in the pool. Yeah, but you don't have any weight on it. Good. Okay, what we want to try to avoid here is your hips moving, then your upper body, and you get this kind of whiplash effect. Horns up. We're going to go and out and in using the TST vocal. Here we go. And 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Good, shake it out. Now the third part of 50-50, both your legs should stay straight just like you were just doing. You're still pressing in the ball of the back foot, but we're going to keep our front heel really low. Okay, keep that heel low. This is our actual marching step. Try that on your own. Now typically when we do this exercise, everybody does a great job of having straight legs on part 1 and on part 2, but then we go to this part 3 and all of a sudden we start bending our back knees. Everybody keep that back knee engaged and straight. 2 long lines, your left leg and your right leg. Let's do that with the vocal once, with my claps. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Pull it back. And then actually in this exercise, this might be a little bit different than you've done it before. We're going to repeat that marching step twice on the left-hand side. So let's review 50-50. First part is the toe point. Go there. Then pull it in. The next part is the weight shift. Go ahead. Pull it in. And then we do a marching step. Bring it in. And one more marching step on that side. And bring it in. Then we're going to switch to the right side. We're going to lengthen the toe out and in, shift the weight, and in, and marching step twice on your own. Very nice. Now, I got to be honest, most groups that I go in and teach this exercise to have much more trouble than you're having right now, because you guys have all had this from me in the past. But most groups really struggle with keeping the hips, chest, shoulders, and ears in alignment on this exercise. You're doing a great job. Thank you. All right, let's do that with Dr. Beat. Don't forget the repeat on the marching step. Here we go. 6, and 5, 6, 7. And cut. Let's go back. A lot of you guys shifted your weight early there. Remember, this is just a toe point. Here we go. Set. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Watch the timing. Now shift your weight. Very nice. A marching step. Low heel, straight leg in the back. Repeat that. Now right side, just the toe point. Now we're going to shift the weight. Marching step. Watch the timing, one more time. And cut. Shake it out, shake it out. Good effort, good effort. All right guys, as we go toward our marching step, we're gonna add one more exercise to this. It's called habit. Everybody say heel, arch, ball, toe. So it's like habit without the I, right? So what we're gonna do, everybody look down at your feet here, and I want you to go to that third part of 50-50 we just did. So stretch your feet out in front of you. Back leg is straight. Now what I want you to think about here, we're gonna roll right down the center of your foot. We're gonna go heel, then arch, then ball. Keep the toe up, toe. Bring that back. Heel, arch, ball, toe. Good, try that a couple times on your own. Try to roll right down the center of the foot, not around the outside. Very good with the front foot. Now the trick here is the back foot. Front line, can you guys demonstrate something for me here? Roll forward, heel, arch, ball, toe, but let your back heel roll way too far up. Try that. Now everybody behind them, notice there that their knees are really bent. As soon as you let your back heel roll all the way up, your knee's gonna bend. So front line, keep your heel low. Keep your back heel lower. Right there, not all the way to the ground, but just lower. And reset. Okay, everybody, go to the third part of 50-50 with horns up. Heel, arch, ball, toe. Now check your back heel, make sure it didn't roll all the way up. Okay, obviously it's gonna be off the ground, but you wanna make sure that it didn't roll all the way up. Keep that back leg nice and engaged. Now we're gonna snap the right foot next to the left. Go ahead, snap it in there. Now your right toe is sky high in the air and your left heel is low. Now you should be able to swing that without moving too much. Swing that leg back and forth in the ski track. Good, reset to your line. So everybody say this with me. Heel, arch, ball, toe, and. 2, ready, and. Heel, arch, ball, toe, and. Okay, say it one more time. Ready, and. Heel, arch, ball, toe, and. That and counts really quick, and we're gonna snap that heel low. Let's see that. Here we go. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Heel, arch, ball, toe, and. Now stop right there. Everybody check your right toe, should be up in the air. Left heel is low, you can still swing it. Lift up tall, get the weight out of the hips. Now step forward with your right foot into step 2. Again, keeping your weight centered, 50%, 50% all the way through that step. And roll, heel, arch, ball, toe on your own. Very nice. Reset. We're going to take 4 steps forward, habit exercise. Here we go. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Heel, arch, ball, toe, and. Watch your step size. Don't let the back heel roll all the way up. One more. And freeze. Nobody move, but just look left and right. How many of you need to take bigger steps next time? Smaller steps? All right, reset. Okay, let's try that again, a little bit faster this time. Here we go. And 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Long legs. Watch your posture. Very good. All right, so run it back. Good, guys. Now we're going to do this really fast. Listen to how fast this is. Heel, arch, ball, toe, and. Here we go. Horns up. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Smooth it out. And freeze. Good, run it back. Heel, arch, ball, toe, and. You might not be saying the English language at this point. It's just heel, arch, ball, toe, and. You're going to work up to actually moving forward marching wise. Here we go. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Keep that back leg straight. Low heel in the back. Squeeze right down the foot. Freeze. Good effort. Run it back. Okay, now the next thing we're going to work on is the point close. And then Chris is going to work with you guys on moving forward 8 continuously and doing some 8 and 8 stuff. All right, so everybody go to your turnout position here. And I just want you to step forward and then close to it with your right foot. So we're going to step forward with my right foot and then bring my left foot to it. Try that once. Nice and easy. And bring it back. What I want you to think about here is stabbing the ground with the ball of your right foot. So we stab the ground, we accept the weight, and then we smoothly close with a straight leg to it. This is called point close. This is how we actually stop our motion. So everybody do this with me. I'm going to give you 5, 6, 7, point close. You're going to start with your right foot. Here we go. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Point close. One more time. Stab the ground, close to it. And 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7. Excellent. All right, reset and shake it out. Chris?
All right, guys, let's put this on the move now. Let's go through the posture checklist. So what you just did in habit was pretty much marching in slow motion. Can we all swing that left leg like Jeff had you doing earlier? Swing that with a flexed foot so your toes are up. Now, do you guys notice in the middle you're getting that slight scuff across the top of the turf? We need to make sure we continue to have that as we move across the field. So let's bring our feet back together. We're in turnout. We're going to take 8 steps and then point close. 8 steps, point close. Now we're going to mark time before we step off, so it's going to be together, together, left, right, push 1. Can we say that together, please? Here we go. Mark, time, mark, and. See that one more time. Mark, time, mark, together, left, right, push 1. Then we'll move for 8 and then point close. Here we go. Let's put our fake horns up. I'll turn on the metronome, but I'm still going to count you in, so don't go till I count you in. And mark, time, mark. 4, 6, all right, now let's go ahead and fix that up. Make sure we're on the yard line or splitting yard lines, 4 off a yard line. Now everybody look up here. Let's face the front of the field. So we're standing on a yard line and splitting yard lines, 4 off a yard line. Those are 2 major checkpoints you have here. You're either starting or splitting. So halfway, you're going to be on a yard line or splitting. Then half of that, you either as your count 2 or your count 6, where you're 2 off of a yard line. When we do this again, we're going to face back that way. When we do this again, let's make sure we find those checkpoints. 2 off a yard line, 4 off a yard line, where the person in front of you will be standing. And then 6, and then point close. Let's face back this way. Let's put our fake horns up. I'll count you into it. Mark, time, mark, together, together. Left, right, push. 1, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, and I really like how you guys emphasize 2, 4, 6, point, close. Let's do that the same way one more time. Facing the same direction one more time. And mark, time, mark. All right, let's turn it around. Turn around, face the other direction. 3 groups of 8. Now we're going to go into 3 groups of 8. That means we're going to do the pattern we just did 3 times. 8 steps, 8 steps, and 8 steps. No holds. 3 groups of 8s at an 8 to 5. Make sense? All right, here we go. I'll count you into it. Let's get set. 3 groups of 8. And mark, time, mark. Together, together. And it keeps going. Now as you move across the field, you've got to make sure your eyeballs are turned on. You're looking left and right. You've got to make sure you've got crazy eyes. Connect the shoulders. That's the first thing you can probably see of the person next to you. When you really use your peripheral vision, you can probably see their elbows and their arms, sure, and you can see their horn when we have those, but make sure we're connecting shoulders. Let's turn around. This time, let's turn on our eyeballs. Let's make sure we've got those crazy eyes going. Let's get set. And mark, time, mark. All right, and relax. Let's face this way. So you heard Jeff earlier say testing the waters. Show me what that looks like if you're pointing and testing the waters. Your upper body leans back, your toes pointed, yeah. A lot of us are doing that as we go into closes. As you approach a close, your upper body will start to lean back and you'll start to test the waters. So remember, your sternum's gonna be forward, you want your nose over your toes. Also, when you do that, it's gonna make you slow down in the feet. And our number one thing, our number one golden rule is to always keep your feet in time. So all the way into that last close, our feet are in time. Let's do that again. 3 groups of 8, keeping the feet in time all the way to the close. And mark, time, mark. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 1, close. All right, let's turn around. We're gonna change the exercise just a little bit. We're gonna do 2 of these. We're gonna do 8s and 8s. So that way we can work on our starts and our stops and our ability to maintain time while we're not moving. So we're gonna move for 8 counts, hold for 8 counts, move for 8 counts, hold for 8 counts,